the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, three-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. On second down and 4, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now Burrow.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Jackson on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Cameron Sample,
his 2nd sack of the night. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The Ravens at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And that'll be checked down to Drake.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by Tony.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Now it's Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And give them a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On 1st and goal, Drake. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That is taken in by Hurst. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
On 1, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
This one swung out to Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. On the option to give to Williams here. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there was one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mixing up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see.
Williams loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Ravens, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for